So got something new coming in. Just ordered this from B&H Photo. So I've been playing around with the DJI Osmo Mobile, their iPhone gimbal. But I didn't really want to spend $400 Canadian to get one of those. So instead I ordered a gimbal from B&H, and I got it shipped to Canada, and it came in around, so it was $139 US, which after customs and all that stuff coming across came into about an exchange, all that stuff came into around the $220-ish mark. So in Canada here they wanted $199 plus tax, so it actually probably saved me, I don't know, $10 or something like that. But put this down. There it is. So a lot of people have been raving about this thing online in comparison, of course, to the DJI Osmo Mobile. And this is, I'm going to pronounce the company wrong, Zhiyun, I think it is. So flip it this way. So it's the Zhiyun Smooth-Q 3-axis smartphone stabilizer. And there is a few people that have also used it with some things like GoPro and the well, just different action cams that are that kind of shape. So I'm going to open this up right now so you guys can see it, and then we'll do a second video, or we may do it just at the end of this, where I actually go and try it out. But for right now, we're going to see what's in the box. And this comes in a bunch of colors, just so you know, so you can get it in pretty much all the iPhone colors. So you're looking at like a space gray, a black, a rose gold, and a gold, I believe. This one, of course, just black, because I like it nice and simple. So let's just crack this open and see what's in it. So right off the back, the box it's nice. It's a nice box. You know, a lot of times when you order, always not worried, but when you're looking at some of the, I want to say, knockoffs, this one looks like an Osmo knockoff, you know, without question, except that from all the reviews that I've seen, it's a little more plasticky than the Osmo is. I'm guessing that is representative of the color that it is. So on the box itself, again, 3-axis smartphone stabilizer. On the back, which you kind of flip around, direct mobile charging through gimbal, which is cool. Instant manual, 12 hours battery, which is fantastic. And a 2-way mounting frame, so you can actually mount it portrait or landscape. So open this up. Part one. My scissors, put those away, or else I end up, you know, doing some damage here. First thing right off the bat, which I like, and I'm just going to tip this up so you guys can see it. There's the nice little case that comes in. Like that's really nice. You know, that's going to be great for me carrying this around on the back of my motorcycle or whatever in the car. It's got some nice protection to it. Definitely don't get something like this with the other guys. Inside here, simple little manual, user guide. What else do you get? A strap for the case. And last but not least, USB to charge it. So, not a lot in there. Manual wise, what do we have? It's color though. That's nice. They actually spent some money in there. I'll look at that later. Now, let's see what's in here. It's like a little guitar case, right? So, nice and simple. Open this up. And there it is. There's the gimbal. So I have, like I said, played fairly extensively with the DJI Osmo, and the handle definitely, you know, it's plastic, but it's got a good quality. It's got a good weight to it, which is nice. So I really like that. Actually, that little bit of less weight, I guess, than the Osmo would have, would actually make it so that you don't get tired. Not that the Osmo makes you tired, but you get the idea. Now on here, just so you know, nice and simple. It doesn't have, again, it's very much like a clone of the Osmo. This here, there's a screw here. So this one you're gonna undo, which allows this to extend, which will clamp around your iPhone. I have an iPhone 7 Plus, so we'll get that on there. And you also have one here, which when it extends allows this, and that's basically the counterweight. So you're going to move that up and down to figure out where it's best for the phone that you're using, or the GoPro, whichever. And we'll try that out. So I'm going to actually put this on the charger so we can get it charged a bit, and we're going to get the iPhone mounted on here, get the application. There's a QR code in the manual so that we can use it to get the app, pair it up, and give it a test. Alright, 2 secs. Alright, so I got the gimbal set up here and I'm actually using it. And as you can see, that's definitely way more stable than I ever could hold it. Just by moving it around up and down. That's kind of nice. It has a cool feature here too, and it's kind of hard for you guys to see, but in the bottom corner in the app there's the ability, and you can actually, I'm going to draw around my own face here, and you'll see it tracks, which means now if I move, the gimbal actually will move with me to keep my face in the center, which is kind of cool. And there's kind of an exit at the bottom. I'm going to actually just play around with this, so I'm going to take it outside and we're going to test it to see how well it's actually doing for some tracking, and we'll get some shots, just some nice movement shots to see how well it is. So I'll get back to you again in just a couple seconds. Okay, first off, I'm just going to walk down here to see how well this stabilizes me. As you can see, that's actually pretty good as far as I can tell. Check my exposure. So I don't know if there's a way to set auto exposure. You kind of tap on the screen to do an exposure check, but that seems to be okay, right? Again, there's no way I could hold the phone naturally that steady, which is great. And I can just kind of tap where I want it to set, but as you can see, it's a little dark up there, so we're gonna just kind of bring the tone down, which is good, nice and steady. I'm gonna spin the camera around and we're just gonna do some walking around here just to see how it works, so bear with me here. Okay, and this is just me walking, so you can see pretty much how smooth this is. I can't normally walk this smooth for sure. Just do a turn here. Right, nice little pan and turn to come up to the bikes to see what it's like. Right, just a nice little. So of course, like anything, you need a little bit of practice. Now the key is I'm going to have to go learn some of the different modes, but I wanted you guys to get a quick look at how this worked. Just a nice little pull back. There's lots of fun that you can have with this, and I think this will be great for our trip when we go away this summer, just because we'll be able to get some much more smooth shots than you would normally. I just think it's fantastic because I just can't hold the camera this steady, right, to get that kind of motion. So being able to just do a nice little walking, slow tilt and down. And then a nice lift. Alright, so was it worth 140 bucks? US? 200 Canadian? Yeah, 100%. This thing's great. It's going to just smooth out a lot of my videos, which is awesome. It's Canada Day, so we're going to actually, well, Canada Day tomorrow, so we're going to be heading out. We got a few little events that we're going to go to tomorrow, and this is going to be awesome to be able to use this, just to get, look how steady that is. It's awesome. Super happy with it. And I'll put up another video with just some shots that I'm using with this, just so you guys can see how stable it actually is, and not as much talking, but that'll come after tomorrow. So we'll put this one up right away, and I love it. What more can I say? It's great. Good investment, and we're going to use this probably really heavily when we are doing our motorcycle trip this summer to Newfoundland. So thumbs up. You should get one. I'm going to actually put a link in the comments, or a link in the description below, sorry. So you know the drill, do the like, do the subscribe. And if you want to pick up one of these, I'm going to put a link to Amazon for both the Canadian store as well as the US store. So if you want to pick one up through there, you know, helps me, and it's all good. Catch you guys later.